In a recent press briefing from the White House, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre made a notable statement regarding global partners seeking BRICS membership. She emphasized that the U.S. does not intend to hinder countries' partnerships with other nations. This comes at a time when the BRICS bloc, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has been gaining traction among developing countries seeking a multipolar world and a shift away from Western influence. Interestingly, Egypt and Algeria, two key U.S. partners, are among those exploring BRICS membership. Before we get into the video, I would like to pass on a special message about a close friend of the channel. Lewin is a sickler and has lost 2 siblings to this disease. He has battled the dreaded sickle cell disease all his life, but his health keeps deteriorating as the days go by. Lewin is indeed a fighter, and the best we can do for him as a team is to help him stay healthy. Lewin's health can be completely restored with a bone marrow transplant and a bilateral hip replacement. So we call on all our audience and fans to please donate and see that he gets these surgeries. Please check out his GoFundMe campaign in the description below. This video aims to delve into the geopolitical significance of BRICS and the U.S. response to partner countries seeking membership. The rise of BRICS as a collective of influential emerging economies has been a transformative and highly consequential geopolitical event that has captured the attention of international observers and policymakers alike. Comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, the BRICS nations have embarked on a bold and strategic journey towards de-dollarization, marking a significant departure from traditional global economic norms and signaling their intention to challenge Western dominance in the international financial system. Beyond their efforts to distance themselves from the US dollar as the world's primary reserve currency, BRICS countries have also undertaken concerted efforts to forge stronger alliances among themselves and with other developing economies. This consolidation of economic and political forces seeks to create a counterbalance to the long-standing hegemony of Western powers, paving the way for a more equitable and multipolar global order. By pursuing this multipolar approach, BRICS countries aim to promote greater autonomy and sovereignty for all nations, regardless of their size or economic strength, and to achieve a fairer distribution of power and influence in international affairs. The implications of BRICS' assertive posture extend far beyond the realms of economics and finance. This collective effort represents a direct challenge to the existing Western-led global order, which has long been dominated by the United States and its allies. The BRICS nations' concerted actions and their growing influence signal a shift in the balance of power on the global stage, and they seek to challenge the once unquestioned authority of Western institutions in shaping international policies and norms. Moreover, the geopolitical significance of BRICS goes beyond the realm of economic cooperation. By fostering stronger ties among member nations and promoting a unified voice on the international stage, the bloc aims to exert its influence in addressing critical global issues such as climate change, sustainable development, and geopolitical conflicts. Through their collective stance, BRICS countries aspire to be instrumental in reshaping the contours of international relations, driving towards a more balanced and inclusive world order. The U.S. response to its global partners expressing interest in joining BRICS has been a matter of keen interest and analysis among political pundits and international observers. What stands out in this response is the U.S. intriguingly non-confrontational approach, choosing to adopt a nuanced and diplomatic stance in its engagement with partner countries. The White House, through statements issued by Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, has been clear in its commitment to an affirmative agenda when dealing with its partners. This approach emphasizes showcasing the benefits of the U.S. governance and economic models rather than coercing or pressuring countries to align with U.S. interests. By promoting an affirmative agenda, the U.S. aims to attract partners based on the merits of its policies, rather than seeking to enforce allegiance through hard power tactics. This diplomatic approach is noteworthy, considering that the U.S. could have taken a more confrontational stance in response to the BRICS interest of its key allies, Egypt and Algeria. Instead, the U.S. seems to be exercising caution in order not to alienate its partners while still being open to constructive dialogue. By expressing an understanding of the geopolitical shifts and the aspirations of developing nations to assert their interests, the U.S. acknowledges the evolving dynamics of the global stage and respects its partners' autonomy in making foreign policy decisions. The U.S. response also reflects a recognition of the rising influence of non-alignment forces, such as the BRICS bloc, that challenge Western hegemony. Rather than resisting such challenges, the US appears to acknowledge the significance of these alternative power structures and seeks to engage with them in a manner that promotes cooperation and mutual benefit. By welcoming its partners' exploration of BRICS membership, the US is taking a pragmatic and strategic approach to managing the shifting geopolitical landscape. This stance emphasizes the importance of diplomacy and engagement over confrontation, seeking to build bridges and forge partnerships that promote stability and shared prosperity in an ever-changing global environment. However, the long-term implications of the US response remain to be seen as the dynamics of international relations continue to evolve in response to the unfolding developments in the BRICS bloc and the wider geopolitical arena. The upcoming BRICS summit is anticipated to define expansionary guidelines for the bloc. This presents an opportunity for the member countries to evaluate potential candidates that meet the criteria for joining the economic alliance. BRICS expansion could enable the bloc to extend its influence, improve economic cooperation, and enhance its geopolitical standing. The US approach of not standing in the way of its partners seeking BRICS membership is strategic and has several implications. First, it allows the US to maintain its relationships with its allies, Egypt and Algeria, while demonstrating respect for their autonomy in foreign policy decisions. Second, it aligns with the US strategy of emphasizing the value of its governance and economic models, rather than coercing allegiance from its partners. This approach could foster a sense of trust and cooperation between the US and its allies, even amid geopolitical shifts. The US stance also reflects the recognition of the changing global power dynamics. By not opposing its partners' interests in BRICS, the US acknowledges the rise of a non-alignment force that challenges Western hegemony. This could lead to a more nuanced approach in US foreign policy, emphasizing diplomacy and engagement over confrontation. To gain a broader understanding, we surveyed geopolitical experts to gauge their opinions on BRICS expansion and the US response. The majority of experts believe that BRICS membership for Egypt and Algeria could offer these countries an opportunity to diversify their economic partnerships and reduce dependency on Western nations. Additionally, experts pointed out that BRICS expansion could lead to increased trade and investment opportunities for member countries and prospective entrants. However, some experts also raised concerns about potential challenges for Egypt and Algeria. They noted that BRICS nations have diverse political systems, economic structures, and priorities. Therefore, aligning interests within the bloc might require careful negotiations. Furthermore, the geopolitical implications of BRICS expansion, such as the impact on existing alliances and trade dynamics, remain uncertain. As the BRICS bloc gains momentum, its expansionary goals draw the attention of international partners, including two significant US allies, Egypt and Algeria. The US response to their interest in BRICS membership demonstrates a diplomatic approach, recognizing the changing global power dynamics and respecting partners' autonomy in foreign policy decisions. The upcoming BRICS summit will provide insights into the bloc's expansionary guidelines and criteria for potential member countries. While BRICS expansion offers opportunities for diversification and enhanced economic cooperation, challenges related to aligning interests within the bloc and managing geopolitical implications must be addressed. As the international landscape continues to evolve, the strategic positioning of both BRICS and the US will play a pivotal role in shaping the future of global geopolitics and economic relations. The world watches with anticipation to see how these developments unfold and impact international cooperation and power dynamics. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comment section below. Do you find the video interesting? If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. Thanks for watching.